Hi, I promised to post the part 2 of this particular topic, and here it is. If you're yet to watch the part 1, kindly click the link in the description box to take you to the video that we're talking about. So this video, what are we talking about? Is it true that a man marries when he's ready to marry? Marry whoever is available when he's ready to marry. Is it true or not? Let us know your thoughts about this down in the comment section. Let me go ahead and roll stitches for you all to watch. Then at the end of all the stitches, I will share my own opinion.
Marry the woman in front of them at the time they are ready to get married.
This is why I tell people to be so intentional when they are ready to get married, because you are looking for one of two things. You're either looking for your domestic lifetime partner or you're looking for your soulmate, because one of these two things two of these things can also be the same things, but you've got to be intentional when you're looking for them. If you're looking for your domestic life partner, you're going to find somebody who has the traits of being a partner, a domestic partner, and the mother or father of your children. If you're looking for your soulmate, you're looking for the person who makes it feel like it's okay to be you and all your authentic nature, that person who feels like home for you every single moment of the day, and that person who showed up to you in a way that immediately made you feel all of these feelings on top of being a domestic partner. Finding your soulmate's a much harder thing. Finding a husband or a wife, that's a different conversation. That's a lot easier than you think. So be careful. Be intentional.
Men marry the woman in front of them at the time they are ready.
Of course men marry the women that they are with when they decide they're ready to get married. That's exactly why men hire me. When I'm interviewing potential clients who want to hire me as a dating coach, I always ask them, well, why now? Why are we doing this now? And it's because they're either financially ready or they've been through enough relationships where they feel like they know exactly what they want, what they don't want, and they're ready to find the loves of their life. You see it all the time. A man will come out of a 10-year relationship, not marry somebody, and within 6 months be engaged to somebody else because he wasn't ready before, and then whoever was in front of him that he thought fit the bill, they're engaged. Now, I'd argue that women do this too. I mean, a lot of women out there are dating and saying, I'm ready to find somebody, but are they? Have they actually done the inner work to know who they're even looking for? What do you think? Do men just marry the woman who's in front of them when they're ready to get married? Let me know in the comments below.
Men marry the woman in front of them at the time they are ready.
Might be a hot take, but I don't think it's a bad thing that men wait until they're ready to get married to get married. I understand why it's scary. The comment section is full of women saying that that's totally scary, that men don't marry the woman that they love. They marry the woman that's in front of them when they're ready to get married. I actually think that we could learn from men a little bit as women about this. Like, we grow up as women idealizing marriage. We dream about it. We think of it as an accomplishment, whereas men are like, I'll do that thing when I'm ready to do that thing, because love is not strong enough to hold a marriage. So even if two people love each other, say they're in their early 20s and they love each other so much, this does not mean that they are compatible for marriage. So what does this mean for you as a woman? So you know that analogy that a lot of guys use where they're like, how many keys can open the same lock, blah, blah, blah. What they don't tell you is that you are both the lock and the key. You are the gatekeeper. And so it's up to you as a woman in our imperfect society to be the gatekeeper and to raise your standards and not give wifey access to men that have not committed to the relationship. They haven't claimed the relationship. They haven't taken responsibility for the relationship. They haven't proposed to you, or whatever your kind of like final standard is before you give them that wifey energy. Now, I'm telling you from my heart, this is not something that's necessarily easy, especially if you grew up in the West where you were taught to just idealize marriage and to date monogamously and become a girlfriend and like basically give your body, mind, heart, and soul to a man before he commits to you just based on the words that he told you that he loves you. Women from other cultures, Russian cultures, Pakistani culture, Indian culture, they'll tell you that no, you don't give a man any of that until he has proven to you that he is compatible to you for marriage. So many women, myself included, have learned the hard way through this, and I personally have a neurodivergent brain. I don't have a manipulative bone in my body. So when I learned that basically there's like a spectrum of manipulation within people, like there's not just like full-blown sociopaths, like Hitler, you know, like there's a spectrum of people and what they're willing to do to other people to get access to you and to get the things that they want from you. They are just chilling at our grocery stores. They're on our dating apps. Like, we know this as women, right? So you actually have to protect yourself, because we don't live in a perfect world where we can just bank on men's words being true, and we can bank on men's feelings being consistent for the rest of their lives just because they're feeling something right now. This is how you raise your standards. 222 is on the clock. Basically, you get crystal clear about the kind of life that you want. For me, I want to be in a monogamous relationship with a man who deeply loves me, thinks the world of me, and I the world of him. And we are loyal to each other. We are married, and we have 1 or 2 babies. That's like my greatest desire in life, okay? I date rotationally until I find a man that gives me exactly that. Did I learn the hard way, and did I fall in love with the guy for 4 years before figuring this out? Yes. It's just in my rotation, and to have the same level of access to me that he used to have, he would have to step up to the plate of my desires. Block, and you are the key.
Men marry the woman in front of them at the time they are ready.
Hi, proximity girl here. This does make me kind of insecure because I feel like it's true. But before I was a proximity girl with the guy who I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with, who's ready, I was in one of those heartbreaking relationships, basically begging someone to commit to me and they probably just weren't ready. But I cannot tell you how refreshing it is to find someone who communicates with you that they're ready and they're searching for something long term, and that maybe that could be you. They'd like to see where this goes. It's incredible. He is about 5 years older. He's ready. So I guess my advice is it gets better, and maybe you never know, you might end up being a proximity girl.
Men marry the woman in front of them at the time they are ready to get.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, so go back and watch a video. She had a take that said that men marry women that are in front of them. Like, men don't marry their actual first loves. They marry the person that is convenient and there when they are ready to get married. And it reminds me of another post where a creator was saying, why do men marry vanilla women when they can have creme brulee or they can have escargot? And as a woman who would consider herself a vanilla, like run-of-the-mill sort of wife, y'all have to stop saying this rhetoric. And the thing is, the people who say things like this are usually single. Like the woman that was like, how come you don't marry croissants? You want a piece of dry toast? She was single. Like there's a Bible verse that says, out of the singleness of your heart, your mouth speaketh. And a lot of you guys are letting your bitterness show. Listen, ladies, there is nothing wrong with being the woman that's picked when a man is ready. Because could you imagine being the woman that a man picks when he's not ready? A lot of you guys have been in situations with men who are not ready to get married, but still married y'all and put you through hell fire. There's nothing wrong with finding a man when he's in the space where he's ready to get married to you. You have to get over the thought that love is a feeling. Love is, oh my God, butterflies. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Because when the butterflies leave and go to other pastures, are you also going to leave? Is your spouse going to leave when that tingly feeling is gone? Why is it a crime to find a man who is ready and you're there also ready and he says, let's do this? As long as he is in love with you, essentially and intrinsically what makes you you, then I'll be the right there woman. I'm okay with being the woman that was right there when the time comes, because that's better than being the woman who married a man that was not ready for marriage. There's a lot of single women. There's a lot of baby mamas out there who found a man they were deeply in love with, who were with a man who was deeply in love with them, but they weren't ready for that type of relationship. You want a man that's ready and is deeply devoted and committed to you.
Ever since I heard this theory, I cannot get it out of my mind. Men.
So this is kind of true. So to make it simple, basically, when a man's not ready for a relationship or ready to get married, it doesn't matter what that woman is like. If true in his heart, he's not ready for that kind of relationship, knows that he's not ready for that kind of to settle down like that, and knows he's not ready to take care of a woman the way he knows she needs to be taken care of, he will not marry her. So a man does hit a point in his life, most men do, where they decide they want to have children, they want to get married, and they want to have that kind of relationship. A lot of times it is the woman that is in front of them, the next woman that enters their life, that can fulfill a few requirements that he has. Men don't have this laundry list of requirements. They just have a few things, and if she can fit the mold of those few things, he'll marry that woman. Whether it's a good thing, bad thing, whatever, you make the choice on that. But I think there is truth to the fact that men marry who's in front of them at that time if they fit. So that might be why a lot of these marriages end in divorce. I don't know, but I truly believe that's the way it is. What do you think?
Men marry the woman in front of them at the time they are ready.
I actually thought this was common sense and that everybody knew this, and I'm not trying to be a dick. The willingness of any man or any person that you're dating to be in a committed relationship, like that's just as important, maybe even more important than any other characteristics you're looking for in that partner. So like if you want somebody that makes you laugh and he needs to be smart and he needs to have a good job, like first and foremost, he also has to be open to being in a committed relationship. And if you want marriage, he has to be open to that. I've been married for 8 years to the man of my dreams. We're madly in love. Timing played a big role with why I'm with him and why he's with me. And it's nothing to be ashamed about. It's like a rule of life. The more open you are to something, the more likely you are to receive it. As a woman, you feel like you spent all these years with a man and then he left you and married someone immediately. Well, fuck that guy. You dodged a bullet. He did you a favor because your future husband is out there. And thank goodness you didn't marry that guy that didn't put a ring on it faster.
Men marry the woman in front of them at the time they are ready to get married.
Y'all remember that thread of men admitting they didn't marry the woman they love?
Men marry the ones who are there when the carousel stops.
Read my face.
Men marry the woman in front of them at the time they are ready.
Somebody commented on another stitch that she was so close, but she missed the point entirely, and that's 100% accurate. She's about 5% right and 95% wrong. What she's wrong about is the fact that we suddenly decide that we're going to get married, and whoever's standing in front of us, or whatever woman is standing in front of us, that's the one we marry. Doesn't work like that. Men don't work like that. As a general rule, we can get married anytime in our, early to late 20s. We're ready whenever, because marriage isn't as big of a deal to us as it is to women. We don't just, wake up one day from a fishing dream and decide, holy shit, I'm going to get married today. I'm ready to get married. And then we go find some chick that works at McDonald's, like, hey, I'm ready to get married. You want to get married? You down? Let's do this. Doesn't work like that. Okay. To give you an example, I was in my mid-20s when I met my wife, and we'll say that I was quote-unquote ready to be married at that point in time. Now, there were already a few other women in my life at that time when I met my wife, and when I met her, I didn't even like her. I didn't like my wife. I thought she was rude and disrespectful and condescending, and she's not somebody that I would ever have considered dating. I'd bang her, but that's about it. So we worked together, and I got to know her a little bit more, and I started to like her personality, and I started to like and understand her sense of humor. And flash forward a year later, we were married. Flash forward 16 years, we got a couple kids, we built the life together. So again, I didn't just wake up one day and decide, oh, I am ready to get married today, and this woman is right here on this couch next to me, I'm going to marry her. Didn't work out that way. I was ready to be married for years and years and years, and I was looking for the one that was worth my life. That's the way it works. The one that has the most value, or that you think has the most value, or is it the best option, the one that fits, the one that feels good, the one that feels right. That's the one that we marry. And 9 times out of 10, it's the one that makes us feel happy, peaceful. We want to actually be around them, and not just for the sex. that's the way it works. And it doesn't really work any other way unless you guys trap us. And then that doesn't work out really well for anybody. So please don't do that shit. But anyways, yeah, we don't wake up one day and decide that we're going to get married, and then this chick is in front of me and I've only known her for a day or I've known her for a year and I'm going to marry her. Men aren't like that. Sorry, OP, you're wrong. You missed it. Is what it is.
Men marry the woman in front of them at the time they are ready.
I'm begging you guys to stop listening to this weird TikTok dating stuff because it's getting so unhinged. It's affecting people's mental health, and people are getting in fights with their partners because of the weird stuff that's said on this app, particularly in the all men are trash genre. You've never seen a woman marry the most mediocre man you've ever seen because she was ready to have kids. Never seen a woman fuck up a relationship with someone because she wasn't ready to get married at the time. People, not just men, people get married for so many different reasons beyond being absolutely madly in love with each other. Just look around in your life. Financial stability, if they're ready to have kids, if they're in a good financial situation. And of course, I would hope anyone that enters into a legally binding contract with somebody in marriage loves that person so much. Other things that are important too, including actually being ready and wanting to be married. That is a positive thing to have when you're going into a marriage.
Men marry the woman in front of them.
100%. As Sex and the City once said, men are like taxi cab. When their light is on, it means that they're available. And the girl they pick is just right time, right place.
Marry the woman in front of them at the time they are ready to get married.
Yes and no. Hi, I'm Chad. Many times, who men seek to marry and who they love can be very different people, and it all comes down to compartmentalization. A great example of this would be The Godfather. Michael Corleone did not want to be in the family business. He despised it. And his girlfriend Kay loved the Michael before he was in the business. So once he was no longer Mike the veteran, he became Michael Corleone and in the family business, whose mindset and the way that he has to see the world is completely different. So much he's a different man, dresses different, everything. So the colder he gets, having to be Michael Corleone in the family business, his wife falls less and less in love with him, and he does with her, because they've just begun to evolve into two different people. Then Michael Corleone has to lay low in Sicily. While he's in Sicily, he plans on never coming back. And Sicily, Michael Corleone, is a very different guy from the other two Michael Corleones, even though they're just previous versions of him. So if there's Michael Corleone 1.0, the soldier, Michael Corleone 2.0, the family business guy, and then there's Michael Corleone 2.5, Sicily Michael Corleone. Michael marries the woman in Sicily because she gives peace through safety. And at this point, Michael Corleone is looking for safety because people are literally looking to kill him so much it's how his first wife gets killed. Men don't marry for love. It's a bonus. We marry for safety. And in safety comes peace. And if you give us those things, we will protect and provide for you. And we wind up falling in love with the person who gives us peace and safety. I started learning to speak French, and my friend who's a polyglot explained to me, he said, once you start learning another language, you start learning a whole other culture, and you become a whole other person. So the new person is someone who gives peace and safety to whoever has been evolved. And when we say it's the one that got away, we're mourning the
Men marry the woman in front of them at the time they are ready to get married.
In my opinion, as a divorce attorney, I don't think it's just men. I think it's including women too. Because I'm seeing this on a daily basis, I've seen an influx of women in their late 30s, early 40s who tend to now want to get a divorce because when they wanted something in their 20s, they went for what they wanted back then, right? Men are the same thing. You want what you want at a specific time. And at that time, that may have been what they wanted. But people change over time. And I'm seeing where these women are not happy in their current situation. In their late 20s, they were thinking, white picket fence, I want kids, my biological clock is ticking. And then they see the person that they're with, and over time, they're not attracted to them, or they're not on the same page, either emotionally or financially or physically. And it's really frustrating because I think that if people wait a little bit longer, maybe the divorce rate won't be so high.
If you're still here, definitely you're enjoying the video or you enjoyed it. Kindly put your thoughts and your opinion down in the comment section. All opinions are accepted if you put them down respectfully. To be honest, I still stick to my own opinion. I feel like men marry whoever is in front of them when they are ready. Like, there is no two ways about it. That is why you see married men, they do not love their wives. Like, there are things, their characters, there's some behavior or there's some things they do that you can tell that this husband doesn't love his wife. This man doesn't love his wife. You can tell. So that's when you see, you can now like go back and think that, are you sure this guy was really loved this woman before he got married to her? And that falls back to this old conversation we are having. He actually might have married her because he was ready to marry. He was ready at that point to marry. So whatever girl that was in front of him, so far the girl can cook and clean, and he has money, he can take care of her, oh yeah, marriage it is. That's why you see most married men, they do things that you have to question. Like, you must question them. Like, are you sure you love your wife? Yes, of course. Women also get ready. For marriage and everything. Some women get ready for marriage and everything. But is it women that propose to men? Naturally, it's a man that will tell you, I want to marry you. In my culture, it's a man that will come to your family house or come to your parents and be like, I want to marry your daughter. It is not, no matter how ready you are as a woman, it's still a man that will come and meet you and tell you he wants to marry you. It is not the other way around. But now some people actually propose to their man, to their boyfriend. It's abomination, okay? Men are the one that's supposed to come and meet you and be like, I'm ready. So if you as a woman, you are also ready and the man is not ready, there's nothing you can do about it. But when a man is ready and the woman is not even ready, she's like, she's going to marry him because he is ready and they've been dating for a while. He will get married. So I really don't understand whereby there was one stitch, the lady was like, not all men, people, even women get ready. Yeah, women get ready, but women do not go and propose. Women are not the ones that initiate the marriage. They will just be dating you. Maybe we can get married, but if you're not ready to marry them, they move to another person. So I will still say a man will marry when he's ready to marry. When he sees a woman and he sees that this woman is going to be a wife material, like she can manage a home. That is what a normal man thinks. This woman can manage a home. Let me go for her. And most of the time, it's always the new girl. They might be with a girl for a very long time. She will have done everything possible. She will have done everything possible just to get them to marry her, but they might not even be ready at that point, so they are not seeing the good you're doing. So it still falls back to, it is not the woman's problem, it is not the woman's fault at all to determine when a man is ready or not. And the right time is always the right time. Seriously, when it's the right time for them, they will. For those that want to get married, when is the right time for the man, he's going to get married. To be honest, you don't have to stress so much. You just don't have stretch marks. And I actually remember one of the stage, the man was like, is it that you're looking for a husband or a wife, or you're looking for a soulmate? They're two different things. And it's true. It's true. Most men marry because they want a wife, and most men marry because they want to be married, not because they want to really get married. They just want the idea of being married. They want the idea of, I want to have a wife at home. I want to, after work, I want to come back home and there should be food at home. I want to have children because of the idea of having children. They want to get married because of the idea of, I want to be responsible. I want to be a responsible man now. That is what most of them get married for. But then, that is what I have to say concerning this video. To be honest, I'm tired. I'm tired, and I would like to hear what you all think about this video down in the comment section. Let me hear your thoughts about this video down in the comment section. Don't forget to put your thoughts and opinion down respectfully. And some of you tell me, Maria, you delete my comments, blah blah blah. I do not delete comments. To be honest, I don't delete comments. Even if you talk down on me, I don't delete your comments. I will even like your comments. But when you say some things that you violated the YouTube rules, YouTube will not even let me see the comments. Like, I won't even get to see the comment. They delete it immediately. While there are some comments that are held for review on my own side that I have to, let it go. So I have to read the comment before I let it go, before I approve the comment to be there. But most people that come to say, oh, you deleted my comment, I really said something that made sense. Probably you said some things that YouTube were like, I have to take this comment off. I'm not the one that deletes comment. Like, I don't even delete comment. I don't. No matter what you say, I won't delete your comment, because it's okay for you to agree and disagree. It's okay. So there's no point deleting your comments, because you can have your own opinion. It's okay. But then let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section, and don't forget to like and share and subscribe. And please, when you subscribe, can you turn on the post notification bell so you can get notified when I upload a new video like this one. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.